Is it the end of the world? Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die alone.
Yo.
Live. What is up, my friends?
Oh man, how's it going?
It's going good, man. This is Deck One Dealt.
Deck One Dealt back after what, like 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. We've been doing our things, but we're still doing it. We're here. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we're finishing this shit.
Yeah, man, we're in for the long haul. My name's Kyle, aka Keezie. If you want to call me that, you can. And this is my main man.
What is my name again? God.
Carver.
Carver Law, y'all. How you doing out there?
What the fuck's up, man?
We're in it for the long haul, Carver Law, y'all. How you doing?
We share this to a few Juggalo groups, and so if you're coming from any of those Juggalo groups, what's up? Let us know how you feel. Look, there's Dylan chatting with us. What's up? You'll chat. We'll make it. It'll show up on here. We're getting crazy.
He's the true homie right there.
Dylan, you are the man. Thank you. Hold on, let me make it so this fades in next time. That annoyed me. If I don't do it now, I'll fucking forget, and then it'll just keep annoying me.
Yeah, can't have that.
All right, so what's been up, man? Anything new you wanted to share? Personal life or Juggalo related?
Personal life. Who gives? Nobody cares about that shit. But I will say, my buddy Ben. Shout out to Ben.
He was on last week's episode last episode.
Yeah, who was on the Riddle Box episode.
Yeah.
He started painting, painting some artwork, and he was showing me some shit, and I was like, man, that's dope, dude. And I was like, do me something, man. And he's like, what do you want? And I was like, give me a Joker's card.
Yeah.
So he worked on it, man, and then he showed me, the finished product, and it was fucking bonkers dope. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's really sweet. I was gonna see if I could pull it up real quick, if I could find it. Hold on. Yeah, this might be it right here. Yeah, here it is. So check this shit out. Our buddy Ben painted that shit. The focus might not work, but look at that shit. It's like Carnival of Carnage with a cool galaxy background and shit.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, do Carnival of Carnage, man. He's like, how do you want it? You want it traditional, or you want me to freak it? I was like, freak it, man. Do whatever you want. Yeah,
and he's done art kind of in this fashion, like Juggalo art. I had literally have one of them tattooed on my arm. You know what I mean? I'll show that on the next episode.
Yeah. So after seeing that, I was like, man, you got to do the whole fucking deck now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to him about that. And maybe, we can get some shit going with that. And
yeah. You know what? He tattooed a Carnival Carnage very similar to this on Paula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She has this a very similar thing on her leg. And he also did the Riddle Box on Eric.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's done some Joker's cards tattoos.
Yeah. But anyways, that art was fucking awesome. I can't wait to see the rest of it.
So I'm gonna trade. He's real into retro gaming and shit. So he was like, yeah, do me a Mega Man, because I draw and shit. So I'll tell him, I was like, yeah, I'll do you comic style, kind of like a 90, because I do 90s comic shit. And I was like, yeah, I'll work that into the Mega Man X look.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna trade some art, man. You can't beat that.
Fuck yeah, I can't wait to see that shit.
Yeah.
Both of your arts, actually. I'd love to see that Mega Man art too.
Yeah,
you have to make me a print of it.
Hell yeah. Now that he's doing ICP art, I kind of feel like doing it too now. We got different styles and stuff, but I like doing some comic book type shit, maybe kind of like how they did in the 90s with the comics.
Yeah, speaking of which, we were going to show it on the next episode.
Yeah,
right? But yeah, every week we go through, we have our ICP boxes, because at one time, I used to be a merchalo. You had quite a bit of shit yourself.
Yeah, I had some shit. I know you had a chest full of, you still got a pretty big chest full of stuff.
Yeah, I got quite a bit.
You didn't get rid of everything.
Not everything. I got rid of a lot of shit that, would have been great for this podcast in retrospect. But, at the time, I needed a few $100 and ICP pulled through for me, in that clutch. So, I don't regret it necessarily, but, I have some pictures of some of it. Shit.
Yeah. You can only hold on to it for so long. What's the point of collecting? You can't take it to your grave,
Right. Yeah.
Sell it to some people that, But I did keep some of the sentimental stuff. Maybe it's not worth shit, but it was, it was kind of like my first, I guess, pieces of ICP shit I got. So I held on to some of those.
Yeah, I'll show some of that shit on the next episode, because we'll obviously, this is going to be our Tunnel of Love episode, but the next one's going to be Great Milenko, and that's when I got into it. So that's when you'll kind of see my shit expand a little bit more in that regard. But you know what? We're doing Tunnel of Love today. I don't have any like Tunnel of Love merchandise, like as far as shirts. I don't think I ever had any kind of.
I don't think they made that many Tunnel of Love type shirt. Like Super Balls was like one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did have a Super Balls shirt at one time. I was like 15 years old with a fucking Super Balls shirt that like I couldn't wear to school because it was literally a nutsack with a cape.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it was such a funny shirt.
And on the back it literally had the lyrics that "Ain't no bitch too fat," blah blah blah. And what sucked is like I wore that to an ICP show.
Yeah. And
I painted my face that year that show, and I got like black shit all on. It was a white shirt. It was like the only white ICP shirt. And
man,
I got black shit all on it, like right here from my chin.
Never came out.
And I tried to like, I was a stupid 15-year-old or whatever the fuck, and I tried to like bleach it. I just took like some bleach and like rubbed it on it, and then like
holes started ripping.
Yeah, and then I washed it and it had a big fucking hole. I was like, God damn it! I gotta throw away my fucking Super Balls shirt. Fuck.
Yeah. There was a time I had a couple shirts and like I repurposed them into like I think I stuck them on my car seats.
Oh, okay.
I think I had both Juggalo Brothers shirts, like the two different, and I stuck them on my car seats for a while, and then they started ripping and shit.
That's funny.
But yeah.
Look, Dylan said he spent $1,000 on ICP jerseys last month.
Oh damn, man. Yeah, that's hardcore. That's in it, dude. In it pretty deep still, man.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan, I've been you. I literally saved up like every dollar I could when I was like 16, 17 years old, living at home, didn't have like bills.
Yeah.
Every dollar, if it was for gas and it was for ICP shit.
Yeah.
I saved up until ICP came, and I would take $600 to an ICP show, and I literally had like a trash bag full of merch to carry out.
Yeah.
I remember like my dad would like take us and shit, and like he'd be there with us while I bought like 7 jerseys in one fucking show. One of them being, which I wish the one thing I am salty I got rid of is that purple Great Milenko jersey.
Oh yeah, that thing was badass.
Yeah, I had like the original hockey jersey. That thing was so tight.
Yeah, you had some dope shit, man. I do remember that.
But yeah, I bought that at one of those shows. But yeah, man, I know how it goes.
And you always came through, man. You always came through and let like me wear some shit. And, you know.
Oh yeah, we got a picture of you wearing that.
Yeah, you always came through for the homies. Like me, I was a little more broke than you were back in the day. And
my Chick-fil-A money was paying for all that shit.
Yeah, and you would hook me up with concert tickets and shit, man. I think even a gathering ticket one time. Like at least you and a couple like Ben helped me out. Okay. Like you guys, you spent the money, but you also hooked up the homies. You were like, man, you wanted to bring your friends with you.
That's the Juggalo way, man.
Exactly,
man. You treat your Juggalos like family, and we always really did that.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
Even before family was like the thing. Yeah, that's just how it was. That's why that came to be.
We're like, if you're a Juggalo, like you're fucking coming with us. We'll find a way.
That's right. Here's a picture of Carver. A younger Carver with my cousin Patrick. My cousin Patrick's not even a Juggalo, but like
he was in. I remember that night. He started getting a little boozy, a little tipsy, and he was like, got into the Juggalo mind state so hard. I was like, what's going on?
It was cool.
Like, whatever, yeah.
But yeah, hey, Chris is listening. What's up, Chris? He said trading merch was half the fun. Got rid of my collection, like 5 jerseys that weren't even mine. But yeah, I got to fix the focus. But there's that Great Milenko jersey. That was my jersey. My cousin Patrick's wearing that shit, and that's a young Carver up there
popping out. That was the right there, I believe. Yeah, that was the right there. He's popping out of the sewer lid and shit. We took a bunch of pictures, and it was funny. He was directing, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna get in the sewer. You get behind me and throw up the clown sign. All right, this time I'm gonna be in the tree and hang upside down. I want you to look like you're choking me or something."
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
I have all those. Yeah, I just looked at those.
Like, let's fucking do it.
All right. But nevertheless, we digress. We're here. We're gonna bust out Tunnel of Love, and if we got time, if it don't take too long, we're gonna go right into Milenko.
Absolutely. There was one more piece of little news, Juggalo news that kind of popped up. Do you remember D Lyrical from Intelligence and Violence?
Oh no, that doesn't ring a bell.
So Intelligence and Violence, Jay mentions it in the book, was like the first thing, one of the first tapes kind of he ever did, and it was with this guy named D Lyrical.
Okay.
that he went to his house. He had a karaoke machine.
Okay.
D Lyrical was the intelligent rapper.
Okay.
And Violent J was the violent rapper. So it was intelligence and violence. And like Jay in the book like mentions like his mom was like bitching about him cussing, and you can even read that story. He goes crazy into it. Well, D Lyrical was starting to spring back up into the juggalo world.
Oh, really?
Because I guess during the Carnival of Carnage show that ICP did, they repressed intelligence and violence and sold it there. So people started seeking out D Lyrical, like what's he doing? Where's he doing? He actually lives here in Columbus.
Oh, for real?
One of the first cats that ever worked with Jay and made a tape. D Lyrical lives right here in Columbus.
Whoa, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but he was on CPN last night, Saturday night, I believe. I don't know.
Dude, if he lives here, why don't he should fucking come on our show and talk to us about old school Violent J
Yeah,
shit.
man. Like I would like to hit him up. He was at that Gorilla show and everything.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and in the Cypher video that they just shot before the show, like he was like front row and shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's like 45, 46.
D Lyrical,
like
if you're hearing this, man, hit me up.
D Lyrical, man, and like I remember Intelligence Violence. I've listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before Basement Cuts.
Yeah, I bought like a repressing of it at a gathering.
Yeah.
And I've listened to it literally like twice.
Yeah,
I have no memories
It's
of it.
definitely hard to listen to, but
yeah.
But yeah, man, D Lyrical was living right here in Columbus. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the only really thing I have to say about it.
Yeah, that's
It's kinda
interesting,
Cool. But
yeah.
yeah, CPN had him on, and they talked about some old school shit, man.
Oh, so
He's-
CPN already did it, so he don't need to come on here, right?
Yeah, but he's been on a bunch. He's doing the circuit. He's
Okay.
going through all these different podcasts for like a year now. He's been doing shit.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's cool. I mean, it'd be easy for him to come here.
Yeah.
if not, we could always video chat this shit or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. We'll hit him up.
But yeah, that's it, man.
Man, I'm fucking chilly. Are you chilly in here?
Little
You're
bit.
over there with the short sleeves.
I
man.
know,
I got my hoodie on. I'm over here still like shattering.
Yeah,
I'm a little chilly baby.
I'm a little bit, but I fuck it. I didn't bring a hoodie, whatever.
All right, man. We're
I'm
just
here.
gonna keep rolling. I'll chatter my way through this shit. All right, so this
Yeah,
is the only.
show that shit.
This is like the only ton of love, like cool merch I have. Is this like vinyl? My wife bought me this for like Valentine's Day or some shit.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like,
Here, I'll go ahead and hold up the sleeve.
The cover is obviously sweet. It's the normal cover, and like the inside sleeve has like the same inserts that were in the original CD. Like I remember reading this shit. But the shining star of this album is without a doubt the album itself. One side of it just looks like cotton candy.
I like the old school looking print. It kind of looks like the carnival, like you would see it on the side of like a cotton candy machine or something.
Yeah.
The way it looks.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But on the other side is this image here, which is fucking awesome. We were just discussing before the show, like, if we display this, which side would we display? I mean, it's a no-brainer you would want to display this one, but
Yeah.
I got little kids, so
Yeah, man.
cotton candy.
Can't do it with kids. I understand.
But yeah, this album is super dope. I've spun it a few times. I mean, my record player is nothing to write home about, but it gets the job done. But it sounds cool on there.
Yeah,
It's fun,
Yeah, I've never listened to an ICP vinyl.
Yeah.
So I would definitely want to. And so here's the original. This is actually my original Tunnel Love I got back in the day. I don't have the CD anymore. This is just the case.
Okay.
So yeah, I got that, and then I had this as well, which was
it's the triple X version.
yeah, the triple X version.
Oh, censor it.
Oh shit! Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Sorry, all the young listeners.
Yeah.
You saw a fake dick or a dick that could be Shaggy's or could be not. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, that cover is iconic. Like growing up, you would always hear like, oh, what about the Triple X Tunnel of Love? And like you would try to look up the picture, but the internet was new and like, I never really saw it.
I tried to print it out. It looked horrible.
Yeah. And I ended up like, I had a copy of that at one point. I bought probably at the same time they repressed Intelligence, Violence, and Dog. They repressed everything at one of the gatherings and just put it all out, and that's when I got me a copy of that shit too. But yeah,
I think that's when I got it.
Yeah, I wish I still had that, man. That's a good one.
It's just the case. I don't have any of the fucking CDs anymore. My shit got stolen.
Damn. I have the actual CD for that. It's just like a rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, the irony is censoring an ICP cover.
I know. What the fuck?
All right, man. So, anything else you want to touch on before you want to dive in? Tunnel of Love here.
No, I'm sitting here reading some of the stuff from the Tunnel of era from the book.
Okay.
So they're saying that 2 days before they would officially sign to Hollywood, they were flying out to L.A. and that's when they put together an EP entitled Tunnel of Love.
Okay. Like they just threw the bitch together.
It's almost like they threw it together. We dropped this new EP, Jive, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I don't think he talks too much about it.
Yeah.
Then he goes into Disney and all that shit. And there's not a lot of Tunnel of Love in this book. Which sucks because I remember this being like a classic, a Juggalo classic. I remember this being one of the most popular ICP albums.
Yeah. So I originally bought Great Milenko, and then I may have bought Riddlebox after that. But literally one of the first memories of ICP I do have is listening to Tunnel of Love. Somebody had brought it into McDonald's where I worked when I was 14 years old, and like played Cotton Candy and Ninja for me, and I mean that shit blew me away at that time, you know.
Yep.
But anyways, the fucking intro for this album, who cares? It's literally just like Violent J whispering and shit.
Yep.
But it's not no, you know, care about. Oh look, this playlist I found on YouTube. Some dude's trying to like obviously promote his music.
Ugh.
But the next track.
Yeah, then I always liked it though, the little cough and.
Oh yeah, Cotton Candy is like, I mean, a perfect way to start off an album you call Tunnel of Love.
Yeah.
Let me keep that out front. And you know what? This album, ICP did a really good job of like sticking to the topic at hand.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is one of their only instances where they do it like this much, you know. And what I mean by that is it's called Tunnel of Love, and the first song is literally about eating pussy, which you could equate with like love, I guess. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, come on now.
You only eat the pussies of those you love.
For sure. You know, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, man. I would never touch a girl that I didn't love. Heavens no.
Heavens to Betsy.
But I remember, I think they said something about this, the samples that they used in this album. I think it was this album where they went through like Mikey Clark's a bunch of Mikey Clark's record collection to pick out, and they found some old porno records.
We talked about that on the Riddlebox episode because in the liner notes for the 20th anniversary, I think, and maybe even in the book, they talk about doing that for a little something something.
Okay.
But I think we even mentioned like that's probably where they got a lot of the same sounds for this album.
It would have had to be because there is so many like samples of that stuff on this. Like, oh, what was it like? What? Well, I guess I got a cock. Well, I guess you got a cock like me, or whatever. Was it like?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen what's behind my skirt? And he's like, well, I guess a big cock like me, or whatever the fuck. Like, like what is that?
Yeah,
that's definitely not them doing that.
Hell no. Like, where the fuck else would that even come from? You know what I mean? Other than a corny ass old school porno vinyl album.
And I loved it. It all. Like, I love all the little shit they throw in this album.
I will say that as far as Cotton Candy goes, like for those that don't know, it's literally just about eating pussy. But I mean, it's one of the most vulgar things I had heard at the time.
Oh yeah,
as
absolutely.
a young man. But I mean, it blew my fucking mind. It was so good. You know what I mean? I probably ate pussy like immediately after hearing this album.
I mean,
you know, it like trained me.
It definitely made me like before that I heard this like as stupid as this sounds, like before I heard this like eating pussy I kind of like frowned upon, and then after I heard this I was like, okay, it's cool to do it now.
Yeah. All right, ICP gave me permission to eat pussy.
Exactly.
I mean, they do on this song. Like, it really like does it. It is inspiring. I mean, if you don't like eating pussy, listen to Cotton Candy, and you might change your mind. I mean, who is it? DJ Khaled said he famously said he doesn't eat his wife's pussy. I mean, listen to Cotton Candy, man.
Yeah, man. It's going to, get inspired, dude.
All right.
Come on, hook your girl up. But like,
oh, there you go. At the very end, there's some of that what we were talking about.
Yeah. But I like his mentality in the song. He's kind of like this dude that like doesn't know. He's like oblivious. He's like he doesn't know what's going on. And then like he discovers eating pussy and it like changes him. And he's like, my boys had to come and get me because I lost control. I had a new attitude. And like I just like his mentality on it. Yeah,
that's really funny. That is a good point.
Like he evolved after he figured out how to eat pussy.
Oh shit! All right, so the next song is an ICP fucking classic, Super Balls.
Yep.
Anyone who's heard ICP probably knows about this song.
If you don't, man, you don't know ICP.
I mean, this song is like just classic, front to back, what you would expect from the Insane Clown Posse. You know what I mean?
And you know about this song, the thing about it, Shaggy, I think, owns this song, if you ask me.
Okay.
Like, I know we're both on it, but to me, this was more of like up Shaggy's alley, and I think he represented this song a little bit more than Jay did.
Okay. Okay, I can see that.
That's what I got out of it.
You know, him starting out on the song also doesn't hurt that, but yeah, his lyrics are like super memorable on this. You know, he's literally rapping about being a superhero who goes around fucking chicks who need fucked. Like, that's the idea for this song. I would have loved to be in the room when they pitched that.
And I always thought Cotton Candy is Jay. That's Jay. He represents that, and Shaggy represents Super Balls.
Okay. Yeah,
so it's like a team. Like, you got the super pussy eater and the super like just like, you know, I'll tag any bitch type of chick.
And you know, I always like this album like solidified like as a new ICP fan, like, you know, you'd hear him mention like fat chicks and stuff like that here and there, but like then you hear like a song like this and you're like, oh, are these motherfuckers like really into like disgusting chicks? Like, I literally like I had a friend at the time like when I started getting into ICP. We were like best friends, and like over the summer like I had discovered ICP and like came back to school and like tried to like talk ICP with him, and I think literally because of some of the lyrics, like them liking fat chicks and shit, he like stopped being my friend.
Oh my goodness.
Like, just because he thought it was so ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but to me it was like, I mean, they're obviously being like tongue in cheek and being like making fun of themselves, which nobody fucking does, you know? So.
But honestly, I think this is one of the these kind of songs is one of the reasons why they appealed so much to, like, honestly, probably women.
No. Okay.
Like, I really think, as fucked up as this song is, it like empowered it empowered women. I don't, you know, like, so it's kind of like the fat kid love.
Yeah.
This is kind of like that with, like, you know, fat, ugly bitches.
I mean, they've done it before. Like, Fat Sweaty Betty is another example. You know, I don't know, man. Like that. They do that shit. I don't know. They have a lot of lyrics about fucking ugly and fat chicks. So.
Till and Justice says cornering a supermarket on fat chicks. Yep, absolutely. That is, I mean, that's what they did. The whole fat kid love and like just giving love to you know, the not so blessed in the looks department people. Yeah,
because they knew they were those people as well. You know what I mean?
ICP did that and empowered people, man. And this album was so funny that like people just you weren't ashamed.
Yeah, I feel it. Let's see. Chris said, I think Super Balls is ICP doing what they do best. They take something people made fun of them for and make it fresh. Being poor, fucking fat girls, etc. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Absolutely. Shout out to Chris.
Let's see. Oh, he's got this weird like breakdown here with Legs Diamond.
Now I'm going to say, I fucking love Legs Diamond's verse on this. I wish they would have done more with him in the first 6 era. You know, I wish because he was funny, man.
Yeah, everything he did is like pretty interesting. Oh shit, let me see, he's at the door. Make sure, like, I told my kids, I said, don't answer the door for anyone. So, oh, it's Chris.
Nope. Chris, why are you in the chat room?
No, not Chris. All right, just make sure.
Is that cool? You gotta go?
I ain't fucking with it.
I was like, say if you go, I can hold it down for a minute.
No, man, it's cool.
But, the Legs Diamond verse was cool. Yeah. I didn't know who it was for the longest time.
Yeah, me neither.
Even when I first heard this, I still thought it was like just another ICP member.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, I kind of had the same idea too. I never really like even thought about who it could be, to be honest. Like, it's just like, oh, that some dude sings that, I guess. I don't know. But because they never really gave credit. There's no feature.
I know. Like, it was weird why they didn't give him credit. Like,
and he did. There was, if I don't recall, I mean, there was at least a couple times he did shit like this. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but But what's interesting is I think even in the Tunnel of Love booklet, it might have an ad for Legs Diamond's album. I think it has an ad for Jump Steady's Chaos Theory too.
Yeah, which didn't come out till like what 2000?
Yeah, like 15 years later or some shit.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, yeah, Legs Diamond, the Son of Silence.
Yeah, let's put it here. I'll put it up with the big cam.
Yeah.
So there's a Legs Diamond ad called The Son of Silence coming soon. The Crime Family album. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even thought twice about what the fuck that even meant.
Yeah, the Crime Family album, New Psycho and their Forgotten Freshness.
Yeah, there's Jump Steady Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
The fucking ad in what year did this shit come out? 1996. 96. Fucking
And it says coming out nationwide 97.
that bitch didn't come out till like 2002.
They've always been on that shit, man.
And Legs Diamond literally did not have an album come out until like 3 years ago or whatever it was. Like he did that Purple Gang album.
Was that any good?
I like listened to it just passively, and I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to it. It wasn't memorable.
I'm sure if he would have released it back then, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Pizza Man wants his fucking money. You're funny. All right. Oh yeah, this skit at right before right at the beginning of Ninja.
Yeah. Now I'll go into just a real quick story. This is the first ICP song I ever heard. The first thing I ever heard was this skit in the lunchroom at school.
Okay.
My buddy Dan, shout out to Dan, love you, brother, came up to me and said, "Here, listen to this, man." Everybody called me Lurch back then, so he's like, "Lurch, listen to this." And I was like, "Oh God!" And I knew he was like into like rap.
Yeah.
And at that time, I wasn't big into rap. I think like Bone Thugs was like the only thing I liked.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, "Oh shit, what is this rap, man? Like, what do you got me listening to?" He's like, "Just listen to it." I threw it on, started listening to it, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? What the hell is this?" I couldn't make heads or tails what it was. And then the song started playing, and I sat there and listened to the whole thing, and I was just get back to him. I was like, "Dude, that was fucking cool as shit, man."
Wow.
He was like, "Yeah, bro, I've been trying to get you to listen to him." So, yeah, I didn't get an album or anything right after that. It was a little while.
Okay.
That summer, Malenko came out.
Okay.
And then I heard Malenko at his girlfriend's house. They were bumping it in a car, and we were hanging out outside. And I was like, "Is this that ICP?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, this is their new shit." And then I think after that, I went out and got Riddlebot. I'm trying to remember the order of things. I think the first album I got might have been Riddlebots.
Okay.
Then I listened to that, and I could not make heads or tails how many people were in ICP.
Yeah.
You know, how many, all this. I just saw the the pictures with two people. And then I think I got Malenko finally after that, and everything started coming together, and I started like figuring out like who these guys were.
Yeah.
And shit, so.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Ninja, man, my first song I ever heard, and I still holds a special place in my heart.
I mean, this song is I don't know what like I'll probably put 40 songs in the top 5 ICP songs, but this song is probably in like the top 10 ICP songs, like as far as being like a classic ICP song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this song is probably the like shining star of this album.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Especially, I mean, as the story you just told, it literally got you into ICP. You know what I mean? I could see this song doing that.
Yeah.
And this song being like I said, I had just heard only Malenko. I'm pretty sure after Little Something Something, this might have been the next shit I heard, and this kind of solidified it for me too.
Yeah. And the story in the song really hits me about the the fucking piece of shit dad and stuff like that. Not saying my father figures in my life were that bad, but my stepdad wasn't like this.
Yeah.
But there was still a connection there, and just the feeling protective of your mom.
Mm-hmm.
The negative father figure.
Oh yeah, we hadn't even gone into depth. Like there's some like underneath the simple concept of him literally just talking about being a ninja. Like the song has some deep it's connotations.
It definitely has some like life lesson shit, like working a shitty job.
Yeah.
He's talking about his boss. And he kind of cures all of these things that are getting him down by like the thought of being a ninja.
Yeah.
Which it really spoke to me back when I was fucking however old, 15, 16 when I heard it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So yeah, man, I definitely love some Ninja.
Yeah,
Probably definitely one of my favorites.
This song's fantastic. It's a must hear. If I was showing people like songs to get into ICP, this would probably be one of them.
Yeah.
It's a great one. Okay. Let's see. All right,
and I like the end of it too. I like the kind of like the outro. It goes into that instrumental thing.
I was just saying. By the way, we haven't really touched on the production much, but I think the instrumental on that song is fucking perfectly done. Like they could have made it sound so corny with the little ninja sound effects and shit. But I mean, shout out to man. I'm assuming Mike Clark for once again perfectly blending the sound effects.
I think he produced this whole album.
Yeah.
This was when they were still real deep with Mikey Clark.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
All right. Here, I'll just keep going, keep rolling. Stomp. I mean, this song I'm pretty sure introduced whoop whoop to the Juggalo world.
Yeah. And I remember loving this too when I first heard it. This is when Shaggy was this his I don't know.
Solo song.
Have we talked about this? What was Shaggy's first solo entry?
Oh, into on any ICP album?
Yeah. So was Fuck Off before this?
I'm pretty sure Fuck Off was before this.
Okay, so maybe
I was gonna say though, even before that, wasn't I stuck with my wang just Shaggy?
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
I could be wrong. And he had Get Off Me, Dog.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's. This is when he's at a point where it's he's creating, Juggalo chants and classic stuff now, through these little solo entries he's doing.
In this song, he's literally just talking about beating the shit out of people.
It's so random, what do we call it? Stream of consciousness type of rapping about beating the shit out of people. The lyrics are really they go together so well, but they sound random as hell.
Yeah, and then he wrote this infinitely repetitive earworm hook.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It was one of the most, as far as ICP's catalog, it's one of the most memorable things they've ever done.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, as far as this album goes, I love this album, but this is probably, it may even be my least favorite song on the album. But that's not to shit on it. I didn't start really appreciating this song until I seen him perform it in concert.
Yeah.
In concert, this song is so fucking hype, And not to mention, you can see, Shaggy's, I always just imagine him, just getting amped and he's take a look around, I don't know, that just makes
Shaggy's
me feel
always been amped on stage, man.
Yeah.
Shaggy's, he's just a good performer. His energy's always been awesome.
Oh yeah, and look, they do this weird interlude here where
I've always loved this. Now, remember Richard? So you of course you remember.
Yeah, I got
Richard.
a picture of him with us. Hold on, here he is.
This was one of his favorite ICP things.
Yeah.
He loved this beat. He was like, dude, I fucking love that. I want that on a loop, man. He loved this.
Just the carnival sound of it?
Yeah, the carnival circus. It's so perfect.
Kiss the Clown. And this is from Beverly Hills. It was the same didn't they had this at the end of one of the songs of Beverly Hills, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
Guess who's
big town.
Was about to say, have you heard? Oh yeah, look. Speaking of Richard here, I was gonna show this. I didn't realize it. This picture right here. This is an old. Here I'll show you so you can see for context.
Yeah, I see it.
This is an old picture from my room. I took this picture. I did have a Tunnel of Love poster right here. I forgot about that Tunnel of Love poster.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That one creeped me out, dude.
Yeah.
Shaggy looks fucking creepy in that.
Yeah, it's such a at the time that poster was pretty rare. Yeah. I remember that. But anyways, here's Carver and then Richard's right next to him, and this is Chris, our buddy who was just chatting with us.
Yeah.
That's my dude Shane. I invited him down to the show today, but he didn't want to come. But anyways,
yeah, that was a little percentage of our crew.
Yeah, still hanging to this day.
Yeah, we're still friends with all of them. I don't talk to Richard much anymore, but
yeah, I've been hanging out with him more often. He's doing he's just a fucking dad, man, doing the dad thing.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, we're talking over my favorite ICP song,
Prom Queen.
Yeah.
This is a fucking good one. It's probably one of the best songs they've ever, at least Jay's ever done.
Yeah, I mean, I literally made a list of my top 5 ICP songs, and this was number 1. I don't know what it is about this song. Well, let me rephrase. I do know what it is. It's this song I didn't really care about that much, and but I got to a time where I really started analyzing ICP lyrics a little more and shit, and I started, especially after writing myself, a lot and shit like that, I started appreciating these kind of songs where I can tell Violent J, I mean they usually are Violent J songs too, where he sat down like in his own mind and like fucking like came up with these really deep, like very detailed stories. So this song, like Under the Moon,
I honestly
Truly Alone, like I put all those kind of in the same category.
Yeah.
That's why I love this shit.
I've always put Cemetery Girl in the same category as this kind of song.
Yeah, and
I know you said you weren't a huge fan of that, but to me, Cemetery Girl is kind of like Prom Queen. You know,
Yeah.
I've always loved that song, and I really do love this song as well.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure why this one speaks to me and that one may not. I think it might just be for some reason like the sound. Maybe the sound of this song, like it just seems so more like I don't know, like raw, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
it's
he's like, it seems like he's channeling like a very like dark part of his mind for this song, and you can tell, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell this is like something he really sat down. Probably took him a while to write. I can't remember if he's mentioned Prom Queen, and I think he mentioned something in the book, but yeah, I'm sure this is one of those things that took him a grip to write.
And like shout out to Dylan, he said Under the Moon is his favorite ICP song. He said this is in his top 10.
I mean, I can definitely see why Under the Moon is an amazing story, and yeah, you can definitely see why.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like I've always liked these. Let me rephrase that. I've in more recent years come to realize that I've come to appreciate these types of songs more, especially from ICP. And you know, I've gone through phases where like I was into the more hype shit, the more weird shit, like, you know, but right now I would say this one's doing it, man. And I've said that for a while too.
Yeah, you've been on Prom Queen for years.
Yeah. I won't keep sucking his dick,
it's
but it's a great story. I mean,
yeah, it's definitely my top 10. I don't know if I could ever pick like a favorite ICP song.
Yeah.
But I think as far as this album, Ninja's my favorite just because it was my introduction. But Prom Queen definitely is one of the best ICP songs ever made. Like just the story, just everything.
You know, another one that fits in that category is In My Room.
Yeah.
I just listened to that song again the other day for the first time in a while. Like it just came up on my.
That's off Hell's Pit, right?
Yes, I believe so. But yeah, that song, like it's very well done.
Yeah,
like
that would have fit perfect on this album.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Prom Queen's the shit. It's long as shit too. It's 5.5 minutes long. The next song, My Kind of Bitch.
This one is just a classic funny song. It's creative.
I've always loved like the visuals you get from listening to this song.
It's definitely one that paints like Prom Queen is something. It paints a picture that's like almost like a movie.
Yeah,
you know, like you're in that scene, you're in the cellar with him. This one, it's just a lot of like goofy pictures that are coming at you. You know, it's not like one scene, it's all this shit and
it literally has like wacky sound effects.
Yeah,
and shit in
yeah.
it, you know,
yeah, they do all the sound effects and the little phone interviews. What is it? Where he's talking about like the kind of bitch they want.
Yeah,
like, I need a
Here he
bitch
is.
that
oh no, this is like her just talking.
you stretch her titties and stuff them in her ass. That's a must, or something like that.
I've always liked the my kind of bitch has a hole in her neck and has to talk like this.
Yeah,
she could drink through it and get used to it.
Yeah,
I love that shit. But yeah, this song's always been like really like funny, just wacky lyrics. Like, you know, this is another reason. There it goes.
Yeah.
Wacky, like typical ICP shit, man. This is a great example of what they can do.
Kissing and whistling through the hole.
And you know what? Like in this song too, they kind of switched up their rap style. Like the way, like this doesn't flow like a normal song, and this is them. I think kind of experimenting a little more with like. I mean, they've always done it. Don't get me wrong, but this is on this album. I think this is like the most like probably different. Rap.
This song always reminded me of something that was like bizarre, like on the bizarre
yeah,
level.
Sure. Yeah,
you know, like,
I've been having that same like kind of thought. Like it reminds me of. They have a song that's kind of similar where like they play little wacky shits after each one. I can't remember what it is.
For some reason, Tunnel of Love always and Bizarre always kind of felt like they were like the same kind of albums. It was just them throwing shit together and having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a great breakdown of this album too. You could tell that, you know, they, like I said, I don't know if I said it on the show, but if you know, these may have been just like the throwaway songs that like they did around Malenko's era and didn't fit on Malenko, but I'm so fucking glad that they did them because if these are the throwaway songs from Malenko, like, I mean, that's just a testament to what ICP is capable of, you know?
Yeah. I mean, just super, super.
Oh, here you go.
I always like Shaggy's parts better, though. And Shaggy's just like, he just sounds like serious. He sounds like he's really, really like talking and wanting this to happen.
It probably is. I was gonna say my girlfriend at the time, my ex girlfriend. I would always like play this song and be like, "Yeah, this is my song for you, baby." And
Wow, what'd she do?
she just didn't give a fuck.
She's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, there it was.
Stuff him in her. Listening.
No, I want my dick sucked, and I want my balls scratched, and I wanted to scratch my ass and twist my balls at the same time. That's and I'm looking for a crew.
This is stupid.
Oh shit, that's really funny. It's classic ICP.
Yep. Faux show.
All right, and then they wrap it up with a song called "When I Get Out." Well, it says "You're a stupid ass." I've never seen.
You're a stupid ass.
I've never seen that called that. I never thought about
that's
that.
probably just them. Whoever uploaded that.
So "When I Get Out," man, this song is fucking awesome. God damn, it's good.
Now what do you think about this being the end?
I love it. I think it's perfect.
You think it's a good one. I was gonna say this or Ninja. Ninja could have been that, I believe.
Okay.
But I'm glad Ninja is where it is in the kind of the middle of the album.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
I guess the reason I think it's perfect is because I think it's almost like a shout out or throwback to "I'm Coming Home" to me. I've always kind of felt like this is like a B-side to "I'm Coming Home" or something. You know what I mean? Like I've always thought of them as I often get those two songs confused.
Yeah.
But this song, it's just so cool and chill and like I don't know. Like
I will say I one of my favorite beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the album for sure, and like just overall ICP, I just love the beat. It's got that circus sound, but it's also got that the drums are that heavy East Coast kind of shit that I like.
I like that weird whatever like electronic sound that
and that's what reminds me of like the Carney sound.
I love that. So this song, for those who don't know, is just about
and there's some wicked scratching on this.
Okay. To the last rock. This song's about them, what they're gonna do when they get out of jail. Like, so it's just them saying funny shit.
It's almost like My Kind of Bitch. It's another one with a bunch of funny visuals.
Yeah, and they just go back and forth. I can imagine like them writing it like, all right, you do yours, like then they just float them back and forth to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, wouldn't you love to be a fly in the fucking wall during one of those?
I love the hook to this. Such a good feeling hook.
Yeah,
it's a good feeling song.
Yeah, you
overall.
you could feel what it feels like to like get out. They're like, yeah, you know?
yeah. And then the hook would be a good show song. I think with the hook, the way to Wicked Clown.
Yeah,
okay. Out, y'all. And
you know, I don't know that I've ever. I don't
think I've ever heard it live.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is not a song that like I'm sure they even really remember, but you know, it's just it's like random sound effects and shit in the middle of it.
Real quick, Dylan Justice, ICP for WWE Hall of Fame. I've been hearing people throwing that idea around.
Really?
What do you think about that?
Okay, I mean, I'd love it, of course. I mean, first of all, the Hall of Fame, is that like, I mean, who cares anyways? Like, why not just put them in it?
Yeah, they put what isn't Donald Trump in it?
Yeah, what the fuck? They might as well put ICP in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so look, they play the juggling jesters thing again.
Yeah. I think it was so this was a tape, obviously, when they first released it, and I think this was the end for like the tape change. Like this would be the end of the tape, then you'd flip it.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember having this tape.
So maybe the vinyl ends like that.
Yeah, it probably does. That's what I'm thinking.
Like that's just like the buffer they put at the end, to like so you know.
Exactly,
that'd be
like
cool.
The end cap of that side.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Well, anyways, When I Get Out, great song. The end of this album though has this skit, if you want to call it that, called "Your Stupid Ass," according to YouTube.
One of the classic "Find Out What the Next Joker's Card Is."
Yeah. So he says his name's Bink Chipperwink, I think.
Bink Chipperwink.
Yeah, I got it.
And it's almost like the game show that you could add this to the list of their game show songs.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the fucking.
I like that. Barf, stupid ass. Like what? I think that's Shaggy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Rises. Yeah, and this one's got like every little section is completely different.
Yeah. All right, let's see how it sounds. It's been a while since I've heard this. Oh yeah. Bitches. I wish I still did this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this had the classic line, like where he's like, you have 10 bottles of Fago. You threw away in the Arctic Sun because it tastes like shit.
Yeah, exactly. He had a thing for Janet Jackson, man. He mentions Janet Jackson on Basement Cuts.
Really?
Yeah.
He mentions Letters to Cleo Girl several times too.
Yeah, that's true.
He mentions her here, and this is what 1996, and then on one of the songs, maybe even on Bizarre, he's like, "I've been chasing the girl from Letters to Cleo.
Letters to Cleo. Yeah, I think
She
that was.
brokered me though.
Yeah,
Right,
Bizarre.
Carrie, man, forget it."
Yeah.
That was on Let It Kill a Fuck You, Let It Kill.
Yeah, such a classic album.
Yeah. Anyway,
Can't wait to get to those.
I know that'd be great.
No, this is fun. Morphin.
Balls. Oh, this shit's tight. I love
Yeah,
it. I
it's
love
a
it.
classic one.
Oh yeah, he talks about like
Juggalos, teamed out to beat the racists.
it's so funny. All right.
Every skit is about either fucking a bitch or beating
Yeah.
like beating the fuck out of
And
somebody.
every song on this album is pretty much about that.
Yeah.
Man, this album is great. I mean,
classic shit, man.
as far as ICB goes, I mean, doesn't get much better than that. It does get better, but not much better. I'll say that.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, anything else you want to say before we wrap up this section?
I'm gonna say if a juggalo doesn't love this album, they at least really like it.
Absolutely. I've never heard anybody say like "fuck Tunnel of Love." That's no, I hate that shit.
If I heard that, really, dude.
If I heard you, I would slap you like a rich bigot. Fuck Richie boy.
Beat their asses.
All right, man. Well, let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here.
All right, man. Slide that one back in the deck.
All right, man. We'll catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, stay tuned. Greg Malenko, if you want.
Yeah.
All right. Be right back.